Welcome to the channel for the very richest people, and today we are diving into the world of the most expensive and fantastically extravagant yachts, where luxury goes far beyond any reasonable limits. You will not believe it, but some of these vessels cost more than entire countries, and they make even the most sophisticated billionaires' heads spin. A luxurious colossus that once belonged to the co-founder of the world's largest software company, Paul Allen. The yacht called Octopus was created around 2003 and cost its owner about $200 million, while it weighs more than 10,000 tons. This vessel impresses with its scale. An entire army of 57 crew members keeps the systems in perfect condition and provides round-the-clock service for 26 hand-picked guests. The impressive dimensions of Octopus open up a whole world of entertainment on board. There is a private recording studio, a basketball court, a transparent swimming pool with a glass bottom, a cinema, a full spa complex, a helipad, and even a personal submarine. It was important for Paul Allen to use eco-friendly technologies, so the hybrid power plant combines liquefied natural gas and diesel, generating a gigantic amount of power comparable to the electricity supply of a small village. It is claimed that after Allen's passing, Octopus continues to cruise around the world, preserving its legendary condition. If you suddenly decide to spend an unforgettable vacation on this floating fortress, you will have to pay colossal amounts for a week-long charter. We are talking about several millions of dollars. And believe me, it will be the best money you have ever spent. Underwater excursions in the submarine, luxurious banquets under the starry sky, and unforgettable views opening from the different decks of the vessel. Streets of Monaco, probably the most eccentric yacht one can even imagine. Streets of Monaco is still under construction, but even now it is known that its cost may exceed $1 billion. The concept is so bold that it seems as if the project was born in the imagination of a science fiction movie director. Some of the decks recreate the famous streets of Monte Carlo, and on the upper levels you can find miniature copies of notable buildings and recognizable landmarks of the principality. The designers at Yacht Island Design decided to create an entire city on the water. They plan to arrange full-fledged strolling areas, bar zones, and swimming pools styled after real locations. And for those who love sports, they intend to equip tennis courts, golf areas, and even a small track where, they say, it will be possible to drive specially adapted racing cars right on the deck. Just imagine speeding along surrounded by the open ocean, as if you were taking part in the legendary Grand Prix. The owner of Streets of Monaco is promised unprecedented comfort, spacious apartments that allow hosting several dozens of guests, and the ability to stay at sea for as long as desired thanks to advanced navigation systems and dynamic positioning. Extreme luxury knows no bounds here. They say the walls will be finished with the most expensive materials, and the interiors will use exquisite mosaics, crystal, and rare types of wood. A creation of the legendary German shipyard Lürssen, launched in 2013, this is Solange. Its impressive length is about 280 feet, and its cost is estimated at more than $200 million. Inside, the yacht provides truly royal conditions for 14 guests, who are served by almost 30 crew members. Architect Espen Oino gave Solange a distinctive and very elegant exterior, and the interior by designer Eileen Rodriguez is done in a restrained, minimalist style, using rare woods, noble marble, and polished metal accents. Tall panoramic windows on the upper decks allow you to enjoy stunning views, and the lounge area alone occupies more than 200 square meters, enough space to hold a concert featuring famous artists. For relaxation and leisure, Solange offers a first-class gym, a cinema, a spacious heated pool, and an open-air jacuzzi. Many guests enthusiastically mention the carefully designed evening lighting of the yacht. It seems as if Solange hovers above the waves, glowing with neon. The power plant, based on two powerful diesel engines, makes it easy to cross the Atlantic without worrying about frequent refueling. Under this regal name hides a huge yacht more than 200 feet long, created for the British retail magnate Sir Philip Green. Rumor has it that about $150 million were spent on its construction and outfitting. Lionheart easily accommodates up to 12 guests in its luxurious interiors, and the impressive deck space allows you to throw open-air parties and sunbathe with a glass of expensive champagne in hand. The yacht was laid down at the famous Italian shipyard Benetti and went to to sea around 2016. The graceful curves of the hull seem to reflect the status of the owner, creating the image of a truly royal yacht. With 2 engines, each producing power in the range of several thousand horsepower, Lionheart can accelerate up to 16 knots, easily escaping the persistent cameras of paparazzi. The lower deck deserves special attention. There are 6 cabins with finishes that can rival the best 5-star hotels. Soft carpets, spacious beds, marble bathrooms, everything here calls for complete relaxation and enjoyment of life. And on the upper levels, you will find a huge open-air jacuzzi, where it is pleasant to spend time after a hot day off the Mediterranean coast. A masterpiece of the renowned Italian shipyard Fincantieri, Serene was handed over to the royal family of Saudi Arabia around 2011. Its cost was estimated at about $300 million, which, however, does not look like anything extraordinary for monarchs. This floating citadel spans about 7 decks and accommodates more than 50 guests, as well as an impressive staff of service personnel. Serene is famous for its functional and visually spectacular solutions. There are 2 helipads, an entire complex of pools, including an underwater section with a panoramic glass wall for observing sea life, as well as an enclosed hangar for storing mini submarines. The interiors were handled by British specialists from Raymond Langton, who achieved a feeling of spaciousness thanks to very high ceilings and light tones in the decor. The power plant, consisting of 2 powerful diesel engines, allows Serene to easily speed up to more than 20 knots. This means that the yacht is not only incredibly comfortable, but also genuinely fast, making it a refined way to escape from prying eyes. And this, according to many sources, is the most expensive private vessel in the world. History Supreme does not impress with its scale. It is actually quite modest in size, but it truly dazzles with its finish. Rumor has it that the owner, a certain Malaysian businessman, paid a sum approaching almost $5 billion for this yacht. The hull of History Supreme is based on tons of pure gold, and in the master cabin, the walls are finished with the rarest kinds of stone, among which there are fragments of a real meteorite and even pieces of fossilized dinosaur bones. It is hard to imagine how much money went into each detail. The door hinges, taps, and railings are also made of precious metals, including platinum and silver. This is not just a yacht, but rather a work of jewelry art on the water, meant to demonstrate to the world the power and influence of its owner. Many people doubt that such a project is real, considering History Supreme something like a legend. But if such a vessel really does ply the seas, then it definitely deserves the title of the ultimate symbol of absolute luxury. The huge and stylish Aviva is owned by billionaire financier Joe Louis and reaches a length of more than 200 feet. It is said that its total cost hovers around $150 million, and up to 16 guests can be accommodated on board. The interior, designed by Raymond Langton Design, looks as if it was created for those who value harmony and aesthetics in everything. An abundance of panoramic windows, modern furniture, and thoughtful details give a sense of space and elegance. One of the most surprising entertainments arranged on Aviva is a full-fledged tennis court on the upper deck, where the owner, a passionate sports fan, can play at any time. In addition, the vessel is equipped with a helipad, a spacious swimming pool, a spa center, a cinema, and a perfectly outfitted gym area. We should not forget about Louis's priceless art collection. They say that inside Aviva hang paintings by Picasso, Rothko, and other iconic artists, including rare masterpieces whose total value runs into billions of dollars. And all this splendor is served by a crew of about 17 professionals, ready to fulfill any wishes of the king of the tennis court and his high-ranking guests. The legendary Lady Mora, owned by Saudi billionaire Nasser Al Rashid, was built around the 1990s by Blohm and Voss. At the time, more than $210 million were spent on creating and outfitting this masterpiece, which became a real sensation in that period. Today, Lady Mora remains an icon of style and a prime example of how futuristic the approach to yacht building can be. On board, you can find something truly incredible: automatic sliding roofs that, if necessary, turn parts of the decks into enclosed spaces, or on the contrary, open them to the sun's rays. The guest reception area is located in the aft part, where there is also a spacious swimming area, a jacuzzi, and even a small basketball court. Add mini golf, jogging tracks, and 2 helipads, and it becomes clear that Lady Mora is made for people who need all possible types of recreation on a single yacht. The most striking detail is the massive Lady Mora inscription made of pure gold adorning the stern. It is hard not to notice, upon entering a port, to whom this floating palace belongs. Inside, attention is drawn to sparkling chandeliers, elegant staircases, and mirror surfaces. A crew of several dozens of people delivers an impressive level of service. They say that even before you ask for a refreshing drink, it is already being brought to you. An extremely unconventional yacht belonging to Russian billionaire Andrei Melnichenko, standing out thanks to its lines reminiscent of a stealth corvette, Motor Yacht A was built around 2008 by the German company Blohm & Voss. Its design took about 4 years, and the amount spent on bringing such an original concept to life is estimated at $500 million. The exterior and interior were created by Philippe Starck himself, a landmark figure in the world of design. He was inspired by the aesthetics of Art Deco and smooth forms, which gives the yacht a futuristic appearance that blends perfectly with the elegant furniture and light accents inside. 2 powerful diesel engines allow Motor Yacht A to reach speeds of more than 30 knots, making it not only extraordinarily luxurious, but also surprisingly agile for such an imposing size. Among the sophisticated details are floors made from expensive types of wood, finishing with rare metals and numerous mirrors that create a sense of additional space. Rumor has it that 14 guests can be accommodated on board, and even more people can easily fit during parties when Motor Yacht A docks at fashionable Mediterranean resorts. The owner treats the style of his yacht so reverently that even the bulkheads are designed to harmonize with the sun's reflections on the water. The Grandeur of Al Said belongs to the Sultan of Oman. Its length exceeds 500 feet, and the construction costs surpass $300 million. It is notable that building this yacht required resources almost on the scale of an entire state. The scope of the work was truly colossal. The exterior design was developed by the famous Espen Oino, and the vessel turned out arrow-shaped, capable of maintaining confident speeds at high pace. The luxurious interiors of Al Said are not revealed in detail, since closed events of royal level are often held on board. However, rumor has it that in the central part of the yacht there is a huge concert hall where a full orchestra can perform. There is also talk of a giant pool located under a special retractable roof, which allows receptions to be held on Al Said regardless of weather changes. As for performance, it is said that this giant can accelerate to more than 25 knots, helped by modern gas turbine installations and a carefully calculated streamlined hull shape. The Sultan can travel in complete seclusion. Perhaps Al Said at times functions as a genuine mobile residence with a secure communication system and enhanced security. Created by the same German shipbuilding giant Lürssen, Polaris was launched around 2003 and, according to various estimates, cost about $300 million. Initially, it was purchased by one of the Saudi magnates, and later the yacht ended up in the hands of Russian billionaire Roman Abramovich. This alone says a lot about Polaris. Only the chosen few can afford such a toy. The exterior lines were developed by renowned designer Tim Haywood. The smooth silhouette and vast open decks allow the owner and guests to enjoy panoramic views. Inside, there is an atmosphere of respectable modernity. 2 spacious levels are united by an impressive foyer from which you can access any part of the vessel. Refined materials, expensive woods, marble, and designer lighting emphasize its exclusivity. Polaris can accommodate up to 24 guests, and on board works a team of about 46 employees. A spacious garage is provided for water entertainment, where various tenders, jet skis, and other toys can be stored. And if you wish to enjoy a more relaxed pastime, the upper decks always offer a large pool, a jacuzzi, and a well-equipped spa. Rising Sun was built around 2004 at the request of Larry Ellison, head of a well-known information technology corporation. At the Lürssen shipyard, they spared neither money nor time. The total cost of Rising Sun is estimated at more than $200 million, and later, entrepreneur and philanthropist David Geffen invested tens of millions more in refitting and updating the interiors. Its length exceeds 450 feet, and the width, which reaches about 80 feet, gives a vast interior space of roughly 6,000 square meters. Rising Sun can accommodate around 60 crew members and up to 16 guests, who enjoy truly palatial quarters spread across several decks. There is a basketball court, a cinema, a gym, a wine cellar, and even a full hall for yoga and meditation. The speed Rising Sun is capable of reaches about 20 knots, which is impressive for such a giant. On the aft deck, there is a leisure area with a pool and cozy loungers, and the interior layout makes it possible to hold both loud parties with dozens of invited guests and quiet, intimate evenings for a small circle of friends or business partners. The luxurious creation of the Ocean Coast shipyard, Al-Mirqab, was built at the request of the former Prime Minister of Qatar, Hamad bin Jassim bin Jaber Al Thani. Its length exceeds 430 feet, and construction required at least $250 million. The stunning design of the exterior lines, once again by master Tim Haywood, deserves special mention. Al-Mirqab is famous for its huge panoramic windows, which allow you to enjoy the surrounding beauty from almost any spot on board. The decks are flooded with light, and the endless sea is reflected in the mirrored glass surfaces. The yacht is designed for 24 guests who live in elite cabins reminiscent of individual suites in 5-star hotels. Among the entertainments are 2 spacious pools, a gym, a sauna, a huge cinema with a modern surround sound system, and of course, a helipad, because it would be unbecoming for the owner to arrive on board in a simple boat. The power plant includes 2 extremely powerful diesel engines, thanks to which Al-Mirqab can accelerate up to 25 knots and set course for any corner of the planet without wasting time on frequent refueling. A true masterpiece of shipbuilding created by the German shipyard Blohm & Voss around 2010, Eclipse belongs to Russian billionaire Roman Abramovich, and according to general opinion, cost him more than $1.5 billion, which is higher than the gross domestic product of some small countries. Eclipse is not only of gigantic dimensions, its length is about 550 feet, and it contains an enormous number of rooms, but it is also equipped with an entire array of security systems. They say it has radars capable of detecting paparazzi drones and even an anti-missile system. Among other notable features are 2 helipads, several pools, jacuzzis, cinemas, and of course, armored cabins for particularly important persons. Special attention is paid to the master apartments. They span several decks and are covered with bulletproof panels. You can party on Eclipse with a very large company, since the crew and interior spaces make it possible to host around 100 people. The propulsion system is based on 4 diesel engines that provide Eclipse with a speed of more than 20 knots. Knowing how much Abramovich values privacy, it is easy to imagine just how perfect Eclipse is in terms of comfort and security. Created by Lursen and delivered to Russian oligarch Alisher Usmanov, Dilbar is one of the most massive vessels not only in length but also in gross volume. Construction was completed around 2016 and the price reached $256 million and even more. The scale of Dilbar is impressive. Its length exceeds 360 feet and its gross tonnage is more than 15,000 tons. Up to 40 guests can be accommodated on board at the same time, and there is still room for 96 crew members. As journalists like to joke, every guest can have several personal attendants responsible for their comfort. Dilbar is famous for its gigantic swimming pool, considered the largest on any private yacht. Its remarkable size even allows you to take proper swims in choppy waters, and the adjoining relaxation area is complemented by several jacuzzis and loungers. The interiors are distinguished by luxury and style. Everywhere you see unique materials and sophisticated lighting elements, creating the atmosphere of an ultra-luxury hotel. This giant is driven by several powerful diesel engines in combination with hybrid electric motors, allowing Dilbar not only to reach an impressive speed of more than 20 knots, but also to cross transatlantic distances in comfort. Fourth place in our list, but in many respects, Azzam is actually the longest yacht in the world. Built by Lursen in Germany at the request of Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, Azzam stretches to about 590 feet. The costs of its construction reach $600 million. Azzam is considered a true technological breakthrough. In addition to traditional diesel engines, it is equipped with gas turbines that together deliver more than 60,000 horsepower. Thanks to this, Azzam can reach speeds of more than 31 knots, leaving most other yachts behind, a story that has already become an urban legend in the world of luxury yachting. The interior space of Azzam is divided in such a way that the owner and guests can remain in complete privacy. There is a large salon for receiving high-ranking visitors, luxurious cabins with every imaginable comfort, as well as several pools and leisure areas on the decks. The architects took care of a stabilization system that allows the vessel to move confidently even in difficult weather conditions. The undying symbol of the ambitions and taste of the ruler of Dubai, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, who is simultaneously Prime Minister and Vice President of the United Arab Emirates. The yacht Dubai was launched around 2006, and according to some reports, the cost of its creation exceeded $400 million. It is no surprise that Dubai ranks among the largest private yachts. Its length is more than 530 feet. The spacious decks and luxurious cabins can accommodate more than 100 people, including guests and crew. The exterior design combines Middle Eastern motifs with modern high-tech forms, making Dubai recognizable from afar. A special place here is occupied by the central atrium with a suspended model of an Arab vessel, and the huge glass spiral staircase with lighting can change colors depending on the settings. The upper deck is decorated with palm trees and a pool styled as an oasis in the desert. In the aft part, you will find a helipad with a fuel reserve for long flights. The power plant, capable of speeds above 25 knots, reinforces the reputation of Dubai as one of the fastest yachts in its class. This 360-foot beauty was built at the German shipyard Lürssen at the request of billionaire Abdullah Al Futtaim. Radiant cost its owner about $320 million and was launched around 2009. Its long, streamlined lines were developed by Tim Haywood, which immediately signals that we are looking at a genuine architectural masterpiece on the water. Inside, Radiant hides a world of expensive materials and bold design solutions. The yacht offers up to 20 guest berths, and a crew of more than 40 professionals ensures absolutely carefree relaxation. There are several pools, numerous lounge areas for relaxation, various bars, and even a private cinema. It is said that Radiant has a very curious feature, a system that can scare away annoying small boats. The owner allegedly installed special water cannons to deter unwanted peepers. In any case, many consider Radiant to be one of the safest and at the same time most stylish yachts ready for global voyages. Diesel engines allow it to reach speeds of more than 20 knots, so it is not only luxurious but also capable of a very lively pace. Built at the Dutch shipyard Fedship, Ecstasea is about 300 feet long and was ordered by Roman Abramovich in the early 2000s. The costs reached $200 million, which for a magnate with a fortune of several billions looks like a relatively small sum. The yacht became one of the first loud statements of Abramovich's taste and capabilities in the world of private fleets. Ecstasea is recognizable by its dazzling white hull and superstructure architecture that was unique for its time. The interior decor uses Italian marble, rare wood species, and even elements of gold. 7 VIP-class cabins are ready to receive guests, and each of them is assigned a personal butler. 2 powerful diesel engines from the famous brand MTU allow Ecstasea to easily reach speeds of up to 25 knots. There is also a garage for jet skis, tenders, and other toys for sea entertainment. After acquiring other, even larger yachts, Abramovich sometimes charters out Ecstasea, and many who have managed to visit her call her one of the most comfortable veterans of the super yacht world. One of the imposing creations of Lürssen, Topaz, built in 2012, belongs to Sheikh Mansour bin Zayed Al Nahyan of Abu Dhabi. Its length approaches 500 feet, and the price at the time of construction was already above $527 million. It is worth noting that the Sheikh is a passionate football and sports fan, so it is no surprise that Topaz has several recreation and entertainment zones. Tim Haywood and Terence Disdale worked on the exterior, creating a yacht with 8 decks, each of which has its own unique function, from spacious open areas for parties to private corners for a relaxing spa. In total, Topaz offers a dozen guest cabins, each finished to the highest standards, and almost 60 crew members serve all this splendor. Topaz features several pools, including infinity pools, cinemas, bars, and special stairways down to the water, so you can plunge into the sea in an instant. The power plant, represented by two high-performance diesel units, allows the yacht to travel at speeds of up to 25 knots without losing an ounce of its grandeur. They say the Sheikh can decide in a moment to leave port and sail to any corner of the earth, and Topaz will be ready to fulfill his wish without delay. So that is the fascinating kaleidoscope of floating luxury we have assembled. I hope you have really felt the sheer scale of these super yachts and learned something new about a world where buying a yacht for hundreds of millions of dollars is only the beginning of the expenses. And if you are interested in the world of luxury, the destinies of famous and insanely rich people, and in general everything that is the most expensive and most lavish, then subscribe to the channel for the very richest. There will be a lot of similar, truly exciting content here.